Sometimes the future doesn't arrive gradually, it just smacks you in the face. We're about to break down one single chaotic week in March 2026 that completely redrew the map for technology, security, and even truth itself. It all kicked off on one single night, setting off this chain reaction of events that honestly felt like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Suddenly, all those abstract debates we have about AI and cybersecurity, they became frighteningly real. Let's get right into it. Okay, so first, we have to wrap our heads around this new battlefield. It's not just about lines of code anymore. It now has two totally distinct front lines. One is this virtual war for what we believe, and the other is a physical war over the actual infrastructure we all rely on. On March 7th, Elon Musk deployed a new weapon in the war for truth, a feature on X that promised to solve misinformation. It was this simple button on every single post, powered by the Grok AI. The goal? To let an AI instantly analyze text, images, and context to tell you if what you're seeing is true or false. I mean, just look at the simplicity of that pitch. Musk framed it as this effortless path to the truth for millions of people. He even pointed out that his own, often controversial posts were fair game. The potential here was just staggering, a universal truth teller on a global stage. And right here, this is the central conflict. Grok has a track record of being confidently wrong. We're talking major errors about political events, even basic science. So the crucial question is this. Were we really about to hand the keys to objective truth over to a machine that is, deeply flawed? Well, this move immediately split the tech world in two. On one side, supporters saw it as a revolutionary weapon against online lies. But critics, they feared the exact opposite, that it would become a misinformation magnet, where people would just outsource their critical thinking to an unreliable AI, making the whole problem exponentially worse. But as the world was debating this digital war over truth, the other front line erupted. And this one wasn't about posts and pixels. Oh no, this one involved drones and explosions. On March 1st, military drones hit two Amazon Web Services data centers in the UAE. A third one in Bahrain was also struck. Now, the initial explosions caused fires and power cuts, but the real knockout blow came from an unexpected place: the building's own sprinkler systems. They flooded the server rooms and crippled the core infrastructure. This chart just lays out the brutal reality. Two major facilities knocked completely offline, another severely degraded. Banks, payment systems, countless businesses all across the Middle East, poof, they just vanished from the internet. The cloud, this abstract concept we all rely on, was suddenly a very real, very vulnerable physical target. And this statement from AWS, wow. It's just chilling. You have to understand, tech giants almost never admit they've lost control. For Amazon to say this, it sent a crystal clear signal to the world. For the first time in history, data centers are military targets. The rules of engagement for cyber warfare had just been completely rewritten. So while the digital world was reeling from these physical attacks, a financial shockwave was building in the background. This was the moment the AI gold rush became an industrial revolution. Just let that number sink in for a second. $110 billion. This wasn't just another funding round for OpenAI. It was the largest private investment in history, period. This single event signaled that AI was no longer some niche Silicon Valley experiment. It was now being forged into a core global industry with nation-state level funding. And just look who's writing the checks. These aren't just investments. They are strategic chess moves. Amazon is making sure OpenAI runs on its cloud servers. NVIDIA is cementing its position as the sole provider of the chips essential for AI. And SoftBank? They're making a colossal bet on the entire ecosystem. This is about owning the infrastructure of the future. So while billions were pouring into these massive, abstract AI models, another part of the world was asking a much more practical question. What can we actually do with this technology right now? Hollywood, it turns out, had an answer. In the very same week, Netflix acquired an AI startup called Interpositive, co-founded by actor Ben Affleck. Its purpose wasn't replacing writers or actors, it was about solving painfully expensive technical problems. Things like fixing corrupted footage, erasing a stray boom mic, correcting bad lighting. These tasks can eat up half a film's budget, and this AI promised to solve them for a fraction of the cost. Affleck's statement really cuts right to the heart of the creative world's big debate over AI. Is it a tool that empowers artists to focus on their vision, or is it a technology that's going to eventually automate their jobs away? For now, Netflix is betting it's a powerful new tool in the toolbox. But here's the thing. All this activity, the vulnerable data centers, the massive funding, it wasn't just happening in some far-off cloud. The entire revolution was being miniaturized and put directly into our hands, sparking the next great war in tech, the battle for AI on your device. Apple unveiled its M5 chip, and its design told a very clear story. A huge 2.5 times speed increase in its neural engine. That's the part of the chip dedicated to AI thinking. A more efficient process for insane battery life and way faster memory. Every single one of these upgrades was engineered for one purpose: to run powerful AI directly on your device, without ever sending your data to the cloud. And this perfectly frames the battleground for the future of our devices. Apple is betting everything on privacy and speed with on-device AI. Your data stays with you. Samsung, on the other hand, is taking a hybrid approach, using both the device and the cloud to deliver the most powerful features possible. It's that classic conflict: privacy versus power. So when you put it all together, the information wars, the physical attacks, the colossal investments, and the hardware arms race, you realize that in just 7 days, the fundamental rules of the game for technology were completely rewritten. Let's just recap the lines that were crossed. The job of being an arbiter of truth was handed to an AI. The cloud, once just an abstract utility, became a physical battlefield. AI graduated from a research project to a core global industry. And the defining fight for the future of tech is now about where that AI lives: in a remote data center or right there in your pocket. And this leaves us with the questions that are going to define the next decade. After a week like this, we have to ask, is our data truly safe in the cloud? Are we creating tools to help human creativity or to replace it? And most importantly, in a world where AI tells us what's true, who or what do we decide to believe?